Want to create a Google form to collect responses, registrations, or information? You can build one from scratch in just a few clicks. And I'll also show you how to add different question types, organize the form into sections, and share it with a simple link. Let's build one together. First, open your web browser and go to Google. Before doing anything else, make sure you're signed in to the Google account you want to use. Now click the Google Apps button in the top right corner. This is the little 9-dot menu. From the Apps list, scroll down until you find Forms. Then click Forms. Google Forms will now open in a new tab. At the top, you'll see several templates you can use if you don't want to start from scratch. For this tutorial, click Blank Form. Your new form will open, and this is where you can start building everything. Let's start by giving the form a name. At the top of the page, click the Untitled Form title. For this example, I'll call it Customer Feedback. Now click the form description area underneath. Here, you can briefly explain what the form is for. For example, you could write, "Please take a minute to share your feedback." This small description can make the form much clearer for anyone filling it out. Now we can start adding questions. Click the first question field. For this example, let's ask, "What is your name?" On the right side of the question, you'll see a menu for choosing the answer type. Click that menu. You'll see several options, including short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, checkboxes, drop-downs, and more. For a name, select short answer. Now the person filling out the form can type their answer directly. There's one useful option here that you don't want to overlook. At the bottom right of the question, find the required switch. If you want people to answer this question before submitting the form, turn on required. Now they won't be able to submit the form without completing it. This is especially useful for things like names, email addresses, or registration details. Now, let's add another question. On the toolbar along the right side, click the Add Question button. For this one, let's ask, "How did you hear about us?" Then click the Question Type menu. This time, select Multiple Choice. Now enter your first answer option. For example, type YouTube. Then click Add Option. Add another option, such as Google Search. You can keep adding options until you've included everything you need. Once your form starts getting longer, you may want to separate different questions into groups. That's where sections come in. On the toolbar on the right side, click Add Section. A new section will appear underneath your current questions. You can give the section its own title and description. For example, the first section could be personal information, while the second could be feedback. This makes a longer form much easier for people to understand and complete. Google Forms isn't limited to text questions either. On the same toolbar, you can click the Image button to add a picture. You can also click the Video button if you want to include a YouTube video. And if you want to separate information without adding a question, you can use a title and description element. So, you can customize the form quite a bit without needing any complicated software. Before we share the form, let's quickly check the settings. At the top of the page, click Settings. Here you can control things like how responses are collected and other options for people completing the form. Take a moment to review these settings and choose the options that fit your form. Once you're happy with everything, go back to the form. Before sending your form to anyone, there's one thing I recommend doing. At the top right, click the Preview button. This opens the form the way a person filling it out will see it. Go through your questions and make sure everything looks correct. If you spot something you want to change, close the preview, make your edit, and then check it again. This quick check can save you from sending out a form with a mistake. Once everything looks good, we're ready to share it. Click the Send button in the top right corner. A window will appear with several sharing options. Instead of sending it by email, click the link icon. Now you'll see the shareable URL for your form. If the link is too long, check the Shorten URL option. Then click Copy. Now you can paste that link into a message, email, social media post, or anywhere else you want people to access your form. Once people start filling out your form, you can come back here to see their answers. At the top of the form, click the Responses tab. This is where Google Forms collects the submissions. And if you want to work with the data in a spreadsheet, click the Google Sheets icon. You can create or connect a spreadsheet and analyze your responses there. So now you know how to create a Google form from scratch. You can add questions, choose different answer types, make questions required, organize everything into sections, preview the form, and finally share it with a link. And once people respond, you can manage everything from the responses section. If this tutorial helped you create your first Google form, like the video and subscribe for more simple step-by-step tutorials that make everyday tasks easier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.